Hello, it's Lucy from MG Caravans here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to winterise your Swift Caravan in accordance to the Swift handbook. We're going to start on the inside. We're going to start with the electrical side. If you're leaving your caravan plugged into the mains during the winter period, what we recommend is that you have the system shutdown switch in the on position, so you've still got your electric running in here, and then your charger and heating and hot water switch powered on as well. The control panel above the door, you want to make sure that that's off, and then the heating panel off as well. And on this particular model, it's got Truma heating, whereas if you've got Audi heating on your caravan, it does have a frost setting, which is ideal to have on during the winter months. If you're storing your caravan and you're not connected to the mains, what we recommend is that you have your PSU unit off, so you put that in an upright position, heating and hot water off, but leave the charger on. And then we want to make sure that we've got our battery connected if we've got an alarm or a tracker fitted. So on this particular model we've got an alarm, so we need to make sure we've got our battery fitted. Because we've got an alarm, that's going to cause a drain on the battery. If you've got a solar panel like this model has, you've got no problems. You can keep an eye on your battery level on the Swift Command app, and then you can also, they do recommend periodically checking the van, checking the battery level. If the battery level has gone quite down, you will need to take it off as and when, and charge it with an automotive charger. Regarding the gas, you want to make sure that the gas is switched off on the gas bottle at the top, so it's isolated there, and you can also turn off the valves that are inside the caravan, which I'll show you the position of those. The gas valves you'll generally find in this slim cupboard in the kitchen or next to your oven or fridge, so you can see those in there, so you can switch off the gas valves as well. You'll want to make sure that everything is cleaned thoroughly in the caravan. You want to make sure that your hob is clean, and then most importantly your fridge. Make sure your fridge is nice and clean, and you'll want to make sure this is propped open for storage so there's no mildew, and if possible prop the freezer door open as well to prevent any mould. When possible, it's a great idea to get a pair of fridge vents that look like this, dependent on the size of fridge vents you've got, and then these pop onto the vents, cover them up and prevent any leaves and debris getting stuck in your fridge vent, keeps it nice and clean. Another tip that's been noted is that if you're connected to mains throughout the winter, you want to make sure that your microwave is unplugged. You'll see that this particular model is already unplugged, but you'll generally find the main socket for the microwave just next to it in the cupboard, or it may be, the socket for it may be behind a panel above the microwave there. You'll need to make sure that your toilet reservoir is empty as well. So there is a dedicated little tube which is just tucked up here in the locker. So what you do is you pull that tube down and then take the bung out of the end. That will release any water that is in the reservoir, so you can do it like that, or you can just flush the toilet into the cassette and then empty the cassette. They do recommend also that you empty and clean out your cassette as well, so there's no debris left in there, and it's nice and clean and there's no water left in to cause any damage. You'll want to make sure and double check that all of your windows are completely closed, like so. They're not on the ventilation catch, they're completely closed. And then again with your roof lights, make sure that they're completely closed, the button's pushed out and the handle is above. And they close. And same in the washroom. You'll want to put your blinds closed. Close your blinds on all of the windows, doors and roof lights, and also you can close your curtains as well, and that just makes sure that there's no, you don't get any mildew on your curtains. And then with the roof lights, close the blinds as well. You'll want to periodically just check the tension of the blinds, make sure they're working as they should be. You can get a tailor-made full cover to suit the Caravan. You'll want to make sure when you're looking at a full cover that it is breathable, is the right fit, and when you have fitted it, that it's securely fitted. If you get a cover that's slightly loose and it's a bit ill-fitting, it can cause damage to the bodywork, and you want to make sure it's breathable, because non-breathable covers, it can promote mould growth and can again cause damage to the Caravan. It's recommended that if you're storing your Caravan on a hard surface, that you check the tyre pressures, which you'll find on the data plate somewhere next to the door, to turn the wheels every 2 weeks, and then preferably take the wheels off completely, but I think that's also dependent on your insurance company, what they'd recommend, and again the safety of the van, just making sure it's on the right axle stands. They also do recommend, but it's not essential, to wash down the chassis to prevent any white rust, and then again the floor, but it's a recommendation, it's not essential to do that. So we've got all of our curtains and blinds shut now. It's also noted in the handbook that you'll want to make sure that your cupboards are open. There's no sort of crumbs and things to entice mice into the van. So this promotes circulation around the Caravan, and then also your lower lockers open, which have got ventilation points in the floor. If you've got enough storage at home, it might be an idea to take the cushions and seats home, just to prevent any mould on those. We've always recommended to have moisture crystals, such as this one, in the Caravan. So this Caravan's quite a large one, it's a 4-berth, so I'd recommend having one at the front, like I've just shown, one in the washroom, and then one in the bedroom as well. We also recommend to have a bowl or a plate under it, just in case it does overfill, so it doesn't cause any damage. You'll need to make sure that your external water source is unplugged, and if you're using a pipe or an external pump, give it a shake and make sure all of the excess water is out, and store that inside the Caravan. I'm now going to show you how we'll drain down the water system. So this is really important, because if we have water left in the system, it may cause damage to the taps, the pump, to the pipes. You might get a leak. So it's really important that you make sure you follow this process. So on this particular model, this is a Swift Accord. We've got one drain tap here, this is going to be the same for Sprites and Challengers as well. So we've got your drain tap, so when you're using the van, it will be in that position. When we're draining it, pop it into that position, and then that will allow all of the water to go from the pipes straight out the floor to the drain tap. That will also drain the boiler, which is located there. Once that's done, what is recommended in the handbook is that you open preferably the kitchen tap in the middle setting, get it upright, run the pump, so turn the pump on above the door, and then run the pump until no more water comes out of the tap. Once that's done, turn the pump off, head through to your washroom, open up your vanity tap, your shower tap, and then also remove your shower head and store that separately. The last part is to remove any excess water from the pump. So you've got the pump outlet on the right, and what this has is a quick release fitting. So you've got a little clip at the bottom there, you just pull that down, and then you can detach this pipe out like so. And then what we would do is we would have a cloth just underneath to catch any water, and then we'll run the pump again until all of the water is expelled there. We'll reconnect that. The location of the pump and drain taps in the Swift Elegance range is usually underneath that front flap there. It is different for some models, but on the whole it's generally there. You've got your 2 drain taps, you've got a knob there which changes from the tank to the water system, and then you've got your pump. Also on the Elegance range they do give you a little sticker that does also explain the winterisation drain down process as well. In the Basecamp range you'll find the drain tap in the storage locker, in the wardrobe. If you lift up this panel here, you'll see that's where your boiler is. Your drain tap is located there. It's in the upright position at the moment. That is the closed position. That is the drain position there. You've got isolators for the heating and hot water on the wall, and your pump is also located down there just to the right in the wardrobe. Thank you for watching our Caravan winterisation video. If you've got any questions or picked up any of your own tricks and tips over the years, please let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.